Everybody's time is valuable. We don't want to waste your time, so that we want to start the meeting and end the meeting in time. So for maintaining that, we have somebody, Vineetha, who is going to play the role of a timer today. So let me call Vineetha to explain the role today. Vineetha, screen is yours.
So, greetings, Toastmasters and honored guests. So, as timer of the day, I will be timing all the speakers today, which includes the prepared speeches, the table topics speakers, and the evaluations. But today, I think there are no prepared speeches, there are only table topics. So, I will be timing them. Then I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific times depending on their speech. So, I will be changing the background based on the cards. So this will help us to finish our meeting on time. And you will get a grace period of 30 seconds to wind up, for which the red card remains displayed until you finish and hand the control back. And for the table topics, you will be getting 2 minutes. And at 1 minute, I'll be showing the yellow card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds. I'm so sorry, I missed it. At 1 minute, I'll be showing the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll be showing the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. So for today, we only have that because we only have table topics. So thank you. Over to you, Dave.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vineetha, for explaining your role. Moving on, the next role is about the way we speak. And this particular role, over my journey in Toastmaster, whoever has done the role has improved me as a speaker in my speaking skills. So I want to call this a very critical role. So the R counter, who is going to make sure we speak properly without any R's or rooms. Let me call upon the R counter for today's Toastmaster, Sreejith. Sreejith, please explain your role for today.
Greeting, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, my name is Sreejith. I'm the accounter. The purpose of the accounter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and, I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, report the number of times that each speaker uses expressions. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sreejith, for explaining your role. Moving on to the next role. This role, if I want to give you an analogy to a meals, we love to have food, but there will be some ingredients which we feel like it will be somewhat better. Or if you put a premium quality of that ingredient, it will elevate your food to next level. So this role is something like that, where they will help us to really elevate our way of speaking by adding new words and new grammatical usages. So let me call Toastmaster Radhika, who will be playing the role of the Grammarian for today to explain the role. Toastmaster Radhika, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dave and fellow Toastmasters. So my role today is to explain the role of a grammarian and also present the word of the day for you to use frequently in a speech. So as a grammarian, I will be listening carefully and paying attention to the usage of words, syntax, and other grammar constructions in your sentence. So I'll pick up the good usages and also not so good usages, outstanding words or phrases or idioms that you use in your speech. I will note all this down and then present a report at the end of the session. The word of the day, when I heard the title of the speech, variety meeting. So variety in Malayalam is Vaivithyam or Vivedam. So I always got confused with a similar word in English, vivid. I like sometimes out of context, and vivid, not Vaividyam or variety. Vivid talks about very strong, powerful imageries or colors, words, emotions. So vivid is a word that can have an adjective to strengthen the word you are using. Vivid memories. So this is the word for the day, and I urge all the speakers to use it in your table topics. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Dave.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for that explaining the word of the day. Super word of the day. Let us all try to use it as much as possible. So moving on to the table topic, I really thought what the variety we can bring in. We had all the movie reviews, book review, and debate. All those were brought in. So I was looking for something unique, maybe variety. I don't know whether it will bring the variety thing in here. Since we have only 6 speaker over here, we'll have 2 rounds. So first I'll have one variety which will be there for first 6 people. Then and again maybe we'll have another different concept. So the first concept what I'm going to bring is, we know that in our life there are vivid emotions. Basically, there are a lot of emotions which we have in our life. I'll just give you a word or emotion word. You want to speak about that, maybe in your life or in your story, which have happened in your life for 2 minutes. Just I'll say a word of the emotion and you want to speak about that. Are you ready? Because as you know, most of us would have, there are fundamentally basically around 7 emotions only. We have 6 people, so most people take care of it. And these 7 emotions in our life, all would have felt at one point or the other. Now, just what you want to do is, as I tell the emotion, you want to go back to your vivid memories and bring those back to here. That is what the expectation is. Clear? So there is no way you are going out. Everybody is going to speak apart from me here. So let me call, maybe I'll start with our president. President Prakash is going out of video as soon as I say his name. Prakash, are you there?
Yes, yeah.
Don't get nervous. That is also emotion, but no. Okay. Your emotion for today is trust.
Trust. Thank you, Toastmaster Dave, for that really variety and bringing in that emotional aspect into it. So I was, today morning, I usually go for a walk, and I was going for a walk. We have a new security, and this guy seems like really maybe around 50, 55, but he's pretty much the serious type of guy. So I did not bother to talk to him. He was then when he came back, I just thought, okay, why didn't I go and speak to him? I just casually talked to him. So where are you from? Those kind of things. And he started talking for nearly 1.5 hours. I was just looking at my watch. I was just hinting him, just leave me alone. I wanted to go. I didn't know. I just started the conversation because I really wanted to take a new guy, of course. But what surprised me was how people are able to open up. You know, for me, it was really difficult. It is really difficult, and it takes me a lot of time to have that kind of friendship with someone. In that 1.5 hours, I did not speak anything about me, anything at all about me, because obviously that the so-called trust is not established as far as I am concerned. But there are people who can talk without any. I mean, I'm not sure how that trust is established. I always believe that that is needed when you are having a conversation beyond a certain limit. Say, when you go that deeper level of conversation, at least, beyond that first level of conversation, if you're having a conversation to the next level, you need to have that bond. And I was, then somehow, I don't know, I finally told him, I have the milk, I need to go and, give it to them, then only I'll get tea. Then maybe that's how we ended the conversation. So, yes, it's difficult for me to have a conversation without trust, that kind of conversation. But easily get into that trust mode and have a conversation with endless hours. Thank you. Over to you, Dave.
Thank you, Prakash, for trusting us and opening about your story to us. And as you told, the trust is the important bridge in any relationship. The more the strong the bridge, the more strong is the relationship. So moving on.
1 minute. Was my timer cards visible?
Yes, Vineetha, yes.
Okay.
You can go back to a blue color.
I think Prakash, you went a bit beyond the time. That's why I was confused a little bit.
Yeah, you can go back to your blue color. It is still, yeah. So as Vineetha, we have a tough timer today. Please ensure we are sticking to the time, especially Geeta, ma'am. So we'll go to the next speaker. Vineetha, it is your chance. Maybe I can play the role of a timer.
Okay.
Because no role player is going to spare today. Okay, so sorry for that. So Vineetha, your emotion is fear.
Okay. So thank you, Dave, for this topic. So, okay, fear is an emotion that I can relate to very well. And I know that this is an emotion that everybody has. But for me, I have this fear almost all the times for every simple thing to every major thing. Like, let me just start with Toastmasters. At the beginning, when I started Toastmasters, I was very afraid of taking a role. Like, if it is a timer or grammarian, any new role which I hadn't taken, I would never take it. So I would like, every time Prakash asked me, would you take a role? And I will think, and I wouldn't take a role. But once I've taken that role, then it's okay. Just yesterday, Prakash just asked me, will you be the timer? I was like, okay. If he had asked me, would you be the grammarian? I would have said, okay. But if he had asked me and I had not taken it, I would have said no. So that is one fear I had for Toastmasters thing. Now I can tell you a simple thing, like I went for walking yesterday. And what happens is I go for walking every day and there is a route to my home. But yesterday, for somehow, I was looking on the phone and walking, and the route changed a little bit. And suddenly I saw that it was a little dark, and suddenly I got scared again. So that is another example of fear. And then as I like to do all the fun things, whether it is roller coaster rides or Viga lands and all those parks, I go for that. But as soon as I stand in line, I can see that I'm so scared. Another thing of fear is when I go to the church, we have confessions. And as a small kid, we used to go for confessions. And I can still remember when I'm standing in the line, my heart is beating so fast. That is how scared I am. And there is a most common thing, the open houses where you get your results. And I used to study pretty good in school. I was kind of the topper. But every day, when the open house was there, I would be really shivering. And for the exam halls, my papers would be shivering. The complaints my teachers have for my parents is that she's too tensed, and because of that, she will lose marks. So I was afraid about that. And if I go for anywhere, I think I always have the fear in my mind before doing anything, before starting anything, the fear of failure. But I think I've always done things in spite of that. So I think everybody also should. Thank you.
Good take on the topic, Vineetha. You really structured it well with giving you vivid memories of your life wherever you had your fear, as well as you give us the takeaway message. Everybody has that fear. Just that once you do that, you overcome the fear. Thanks for that. So we'll go to the next emotions. Vishnu, are you ready?
Yes, Dev, I am ready.
Vishnu, your emotion is anger.
Hmm. So, anger is an interesting emotion because I generally try not to get angry. But when I get angry, it generally goes over the top. And this is specifically in personal relationships. So, my wife always tells me that when people talk to you, they feel that you are always calm and you are always, very self-restrained, and you talk in a level tone always and things like that. But when I get angry, and generally only people who are very, very close to me see me angry, then it's like really, I go over the top. Um, and I have difficulty restraining myself. Um, so generally you feel angry when you feel that people have really let you down, right? Your expectations are not met by somebody who is really close to you. Uh, so I feel that only people who are really, really close to you can actually make you angry. And in my case, that is generally my wife and my parents and maybe my son. Um, Professionally, when I think about it, I don't remember getting angry at all. There may have been instances where I felt a little bit disappointed. I have felt amused by things that are going around, but I've never felt angry because I'm always able to think from the other person's shoes and understand why things are happening the way it is happening. But personally, especially when you're really, really close to somebody, and it could be something very trivial, right? It could be things like, somebody, some of your cousins go for a movie and they don't even let you know because they assume that you're too busy or you may not be able to make it, and then you suddenly feel that, oh, why didn't they let me know? And you feel suddenly, that anger, burst of anger. Finally, I feel anger has to be contained, anger has to be controlled, and we have to try and use anger positively so that we have fulfilling relationships. Thank you all.
Thank you, Vishnu. You have put that emotion beautifully into words and taking your memories. And really, I had the take-away message of when you are very close to someone, that's where the real anger comes into picture. You get angry to government, you get angry to the corporation. That is different thing. But the thing is, when you have your close one and they somehow irritate you, you get the anger. That is the real anger. I really appreciate, and the way you have put forward your words is very good. And we'll move on to the next speaker. The next speaker is Toastmaster Radhika. So, Radhika, are you ready?
Yes, I am there.
Radhika, your emotion is disgust.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dev. So the emotion thrown at me is disgust. How disgusting that is to talk about a negative emotion and trying to bring in, the word itself brings in very vivid images into your mind, isn't it? In front of you, you can think of all those disgusting things that the society does to you as a person, as a citizen. You think of all the disgusting things that a community does to another community. The discrimination, the marginalization, and the way a person doesn't pay attention to their civic duties. Disgusting. In my area where I stay, there is one Goshala near me, near our apartments. And so it's a very posh area. And in the middle of that posh area, there's a Goshala. And sometimes, even as I speak, in the heat of the summer, you get that stench of cow dung wafting through the wind and coming to you, no matter you close your windows. And that disgusting smell sometimes reminds me of the disgusting thoughts people might have, hating others. So cow dung has a relation to my, belief system. So I think that this is emotion wafting out of people's mind. When you hate someone, when you discriminate against communities and people, this stench of waft from your inside and spread to the society. Please don't do that. It's my request to all those people out there, not to these people on the screen, but people out there, because cow dung wafting in the heat is so disgusting. Thank you.
Thank you, Radhika. That was excellent. I was really wondering how will you make this word and the previous story around it. You have done it beyond my imagination. Like you really put it in a more matured way, and super. So we'll go on to the next speaker. Next speaker is Sreejith. Are you ready?
Yes, Dev.
No fear. Have trust in me. No anger. No disgusting. So your emotions for today is sadness.
I thought it's going to be love.
Okay. Yeah, even I was thinking about it. Okay, sadness. Thank you there for the topic. Right. So we are discussing about emotions. So what is emotion? It's a strong feeling within our mind. It just appears in our mind or plays within our mind. What is the trigger for these emotions? It's something comes from outside. It could be an external. It's coming from an outside or external environment. It could be a person or some object or some event which is happening around us. Talking about sadness, it's one of the emotion, one of the 6 emotion as you stated. I get sad many times. Maybe I think in our last discussion we discussed about COVID scenarios, where I was stuck in a state which is like outside Kerala, in a place which is outside Kerala, and I had no one to help me out. It was like total lockdown. I do not know the a language. I did not know how to get the food. I was really sad, stuck in there. I was really, scared whether I will get out of the place or not. But luckily, I had many people who came to my help and took me out of the place. That's one incident which I can share with you. Second thing is, in our professional life, when we talk to when we handle many things, especially project related work or when we talk to the clients, certain things we may not do that in the right way. So we may get escalation emails or through phones they may tell us certain things, which makes my mind sad at times. But initially, look, I used to express my feelings to my manager or others. Then part of your life, you need to know how to handle it. So I'm relating to what I told you in the beginning. All the emotions comes from outside, from internal environment. So you are the person, you like to decide how your mind is going to handle it, whether it's sadness or anger, whatever it comes, the trigger or the points. Make sure that you learn how to handle it. That's up to you. You can just find a tool or technique to handle it. That's it. Back to you, Uday.
Thank you, Sreejith. Really, you have given us example. Sadness is a major emotion which you'll have in our professional life. There are many places where we get sadness from our leads, from our colleagues. So this emotion is quite common in our professional life. Most of us will agree with you. And the action, what you told, really I love that. It is all in our mind. All the external factors which you trigger your emotions, we cannot have a control over it. What we have control over is how we respond to that. That decides whether we are going to be sad to that emotion or happy to the same reaction. Very well put together on the call for action part. Well, made us think really. So next we have Geeta ma'am. So timer, be careful, Geeta ma'am. Ma'am, your topic for today is don't be sad. We are here to surprise you. So the topic is surprise for you.
Thank you, Deep, for the topic given, surprise, which is one of the important emotions in human life. So when you talk about emotions, it is a psychological state of mind which is characterized by thoughts, memories, knowledge, and how it is being triggered. This can be triggered by anger, surprise, sadness, etc. So, surprise, what does it? Surprise, it can be a very important emotion. On the other hand, it can be also challenging emotion. So, for me, surprise part, it is always a kind of curiosity which excites me. Let me quote with an example. When I saw my nephew's son, immediately after he came out of to this new world, and when he was shown to me as a grandma, I was really surprised to see the first life of how he came to this world, like closing his eyes, and what our thought process, and we could also observe so many things after seeing this. The vivid images we got during at hospital, how I was also like this, the stages, how I passed, etc. came into me as a background seeing this wonderful baby. So surprise, it can be a curiosity as well as a learning thing for us. It's a background of a situation what we should all enjoy and celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you, Geeta. That was super way of. It's a really surprised us. The way you put it, surprise is nothing but the curiosity which excites us. I really love that the way you put it. Thanks for that. So most of us have done a fantastic job, I would say, because when I say the word, you didn't take much time. Also, you are able to recollect and speak onto it. Really appreciate that. So we'll go to the next, slightly a different. We still have 20 more minutes, so slightly a different table topic. This topic is called as turncoat. Again, we have
Radhika,
6 people.
we have any other emotions that you can talk?
Don't surprise me. It is going for. It's coming to me.
Yeah, I was also waiting to say that.
Maybe
I
you
think
can
It's your turn.
They
We'll
can
throw
talk
the emotion at
about
you.
love.
Yes.
Love. Okay. So actually, I closed my door so that my wife will not come. But if I'm going to speak about my love, if she's inside, it would have been slightly better. But fine. So love is the emotion, like as you can see from Radhika's picture, it's a heart, right? So if you were to connect to anybody and you want to stay with them for continuously, that is love that captures us. Few years back, I had a friend in TCS. She said I want to go and study. She's from Kerala. She's in Kochi. She likes to run. She said for some reason she wants to go to Canada. I said fine. She wants to go on to higher studies, and she wants to be. She said she'll be happy over there. And what happened is when she went over there, within 6 months she is not able to continue, and she came back to India. I asked her what happened. You have spent so much money. You have spent so much of your learning to complete that the relevant exam and went for studying. And why do you come back? The answer she gave me was the answer to your question. She said, I was never went to a hostel, right in my school days or college days. I've never gone out of my house for anything, for my education or for anything. I'm always close to my parents. And as soon as every day I come home, even if I am 26 or 27, I have my breakfast with my mother. I speak with my father. I have my small little dog. I spend my time, quality time with them. And guess what? I do what I really love to do. That is going for marathon and running. All these elements, when I moved to abroad, I had a good education, I had excellent infrastructure, but this one element, having that love with your close one and staying and sitting with them physically, was missing. And I felt, she said, these are not important and this is important. So the Toastmasters, don't run towards money, don't run towards fame. What really gives you happiness is that love you have with your loved ones, be it your family, your dog, or be it Toastmaster. If you love Toastmasters, every Saturday you love to come over here. Prakash need not ping you or WhatsApp you, come to the meeting. If you really love it, he'll automatically bring you to the meeting. Thank you. That's it. Okay, so we will go to the next topic. So as I told, it is called as turncoat. I'm not sure Radhika Prakash, we already have this kind of session. So this session is kind of a debate where only one person will be the speaker. I'll give you a topic, a kind of a debate topic. Like for example, healthcare should be universal. Such kind of a topic. So for the first 1 minute, you should talk for the topic. Yes, healthcare should be universal. And timer, I request after 1 minute, maybe you can say, you can unmute and say, switch, something like that. You can unmute and say switch. So after that 1 minute, for the remaining 1 minute, they have to speak against the topic. And at the 2 minute interval, she'll as soon as show the red card, you have 30 seconds to summarize and conclude it.
Oh,
Is
I
it
can
clear?
do this. So maybe at 1 minute I'll show the green card, then they can switch, and then
Yeah.
can show the yellow card, and at 30 they can summarize.
Maybe you can also unmute and say, maybe if they miss the color, maybe
Okay,
I
okay.
want to
Okay.
tell the green card. Maybe I will take care of that. Saying the switch word, you can show the
No,
color card.
no, I can say switch. I thought it will become a disturbance. That's right. But then it's okay. I can say the switch word. No problem.
Yeah, and there is 2 minutes red card, and then you summarize it. Is it clear, everyone?
No, I didn't understand that.
Okay, madam, I will tell you a topic. For example, smoking should be banned in all public spaces. It is kind of a
Okay.
debate topic, right? It's a debatable topic. So first 1 minute you have to say like, yes, smoking should be banned in all public spaces. You want to speak for that topic,
Yes.
for the topic. And as soon as I say the word switch after 1 minute, you have to speak like, no, smoking should not be banned in all public places, against the topic. It is like how you have debate with someone. This is you are going to have debate with yourself.
Oh my God.
Very
I'll
good
give
idea, by the way.
Yeah. You have very nice ideas, Dave.
Okay. Little bit into show. There are various topics. Maybe Geeta ma'am, I'll give you a slightly easy topic. Don't worry. Don't have the fear. It's a new thing, so I could see what is going to tell. So I was really understanding your emotion. Why should I join this meeting? So I'll give you a little easy topic. So we'll start again. Maybe this is quite difficult, so I want to give to you. Who want to go first?
I can go first.
Vishnu. Okay. Vishnu, your top. Maybe Prakash, you correct me if this topic is not to be spoken in Toastmaster. Okay, you can. I don't know, because certain topics, if it is not allowed, maybe you can have an exception for next 10 minutes, or you can tell me. Okay, that is up to you. Abortion should be banned.
Okay. So I should speak for the topic for 1 minute, and then I should change,
Yes.
right? So next 1 minute I speak against. So abortion should be banned. So I strongly believe that abortion should be banned because there are a lot of religious and social considerations which necessitate that we take a 360-degree view of abortion, and we ensure that abortion is banned. So when you think about it, what really is abortion? Abortion is essentially one way of looking at this could be that abortion is essentially murdering a new life before it gets a chance to come into this world. Now, thinking from any kind of human lens, nobody
Switch.
will be able. Cool. So while you can argue that abortion is murdering of a human life, it is also important to consider that abortion might have other justifications where ultimately it's the woman who is giving birth to the child, right? So you need to give the agency to the woman to ensure that she takes the decision which is the right decision for her body and her child, and she considers her personal situation and she decides whether she should have that child or she should go for an abortion. So today our science and our technology has advanced so far that it doesn't make sense that we don't actually give this agency to our woman. So I strongly believe that abortion should not be banned, and you have to give that agency to the woman because ultimately it's her body and it's her child, and she should have the freedom of choice. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishnu. You really nailed it. I thought how you were going to make it. You were really done a great job in this. Thank you. So others,
Thank you, Dave.
maybe you got the idea, right? Like how Vishnu spoke, how he switched to at the middle. So that is how we have to speak. That is exactly the example I want to give. So who is going to go next? Okay, Radhika has raised her hand. So Radhika, your topic is juveniles should be tried and treated as adults.
Thank you, Toastmaster. The fellow Toastmasters, juveniles should be tried and tried like adults, and tried and convicted as adults. Yes, of course. Juveniles, if they have committed a crime, they are a human being in the making as an adult. So at the right time, we have to intervene and then make sure that they are taught a lesson. They should be brought to the premise of the law. They should be trialed for whatever criminal offense that they have done, and they should be convicted to set an example to the society and make sure that yes, the generation that is growing up gets the positive message that criminal offense is punishable. So that is why I would say that juveniles, how gross it would be to think that a person in their teenage, when they are just 13 years old, would understand the gravity of the crime they commit. They are young adults in the making. They are progressing into the adulthood only later. So they might have done it as an act of childishness or without understanding what it is all about. And how can you try a child like an adult and convict a child as an adult? You know that human children takes almost 18 years to fully develop into an adult. So we should have the conviction and empathy and understanding to know the child, the psychology, and corrective measures should be taken. So to conclude, juveniles cannot be trialed and convicted like an adult. They are young adult. Treat them with kid gloves. That is what I would suggest. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Radhika. Thank you for that wonderful take once again. And you had a conclusion. So really, maybe as Radhika mentioned, when you have the last 30 seconds, you can really go for which side you want to go, either for or against, and you can take a side on that. So who is going to, we have 3 more slots.
I can go.
Okay. Vineetha, I'll go for a topic. Maybe if you don't get that word, you let me know. I will again get you in the meeting. Euthanasia should be banned. Maybe if I'm pronouncing it wrong, sorry for that. You got that right?
Yes. So thank you, Dave, for the topic. You have given a very strong topic. So I think euthanasia is bad, right?
Should be banned.
Banned. Okay, sorry. So euthanasia is banned. So again, if I think about that, I feel it is very wrong to ban euthanasia. Can you think about somebody who is in chronic pain, that every day of your life, you just want to end it? You know that even if you have a small paper cut, you're upset. If you get cold, you're really upset. You have a cough, throat infection, you're really, really sad. So what about a person who is in pain? You know that you cannot bear the pain, and even no amount of painkillers can relieve that pain. Or if you're bedridden, and that horror, I cannot imagine how vivid that pain and that image will be. A person stuck in the bed, not able to move, always in pain. So such a person should be given the chance to end his life, and banning that is a really, really wrong thing, because you don't have the chance to say that somebody should suffer, because you wouldn't want to suffer by yourself, right? We don't want to suffer even for a moment. So that is So that is one reason I should say that it should not be banned. And also, it is not only bad for the people, it is also bad for the caregivers. You know that if you see your loved one suffering, how painful it is. Maybe you can bear your pain, but seeing others suffer, whom you love.
Switch.
Okay. But when you think about euthanasia, how horrific is it? You want to end your own life? How can you end your own life? Life is a gift, right? We should be grateful that we are alive each day, that you can breathe. Maybe you are bedridden, but you can see the sounds. Maybe you can listen to music, and that will be more charming. You can maybe taste some foods, and at least maybe you can just see your loved ones. You know that how much time we might wish if we would get one more minute with our loved one. So nobody should be given that power, because sometimes when you're in suffering, you might not be in the right state of your mind. And so that's why if there is a rule that you can do this, then that people might actually just end their lives, or maybe the caregivers, they might just do that. And what if the person who is actually suffering don't want to die, even though they say. But I think to conclude, maybe sometimes I think euthanasia should not be banned, because, as I said, pain is something that nobody wants to suffer, whether it is loneliness or pain. And so I think you should be given the choice to take that decision. So I think it should not be banned. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vineetha. It was a really tough topic, and you handled it well. And to tell about this, maybe someone may not get it. Euthanasia is something like the act of deliberately ending a person's life to relieve suffering. So this was a year back. We had a debate contest, and this was one of the topic in the semi-final. So thank you. You had a great take on the topic. So moving on, we have three folks left. Yeah.
I'll go
No.
next.
Okay, Sreejith. Okay, I'll go a little bit towards health topic. So the topic for you is cosmetic procedures should be covered by health insurance.
Cosmetic procedure should be covered by.
If you feel this, maybe if you
Yes.
want another topic.
No, I'll take it. Thank you there for giving me the topic. Cosmetic procedure should be covered by the health. Yes, I strongly believe that cosmetic procedure should be handled through the health insurance, right? Health insurance, right? So the reason being, when you look at cosmetics, see, it's all part of body. It's a part of our health. We may run into some health issues like skin peeling, or we are meeting with some accident. And all the cases, it may affect our skin, or when you look at from outside, it looks like a beauty thing, but that is really affecting your health. So I think all the procedures or the process which is related to the cosmetic aspect of it should be a part of the health insurance process, or the wherever we go, the medical hospitals or the doctor should cover it and treat it as a part of the health issue. So I think it can help the patient to recover from the topic. See, even though, see, if you look at the cosmetic procedures, it may affect it may be termed as a health issue, but mostly I think the people utilize it as an opportunity to increase their beauty, how they appear it, and so I think I don't think that it's really related to the health issue. It is something people add on to their body to show to others, or how they present to others. So it's not really a health issue. Whatever you do on the top of what you are really, it should not be covered as a part of health insurance. So I think it should not be covered. That's my conclusion. Back to them.
We are not able to hear you.
Thanks, Sreejith. You had a great talk on the topic. It was a unique topic. You had a great. You are able to convince us with your way you have put it. So we have two people. Who wants to go next? Two.
Geeta, would you like to go next?
Okay. Maybe no fear for you. If you want health, I can go for health debate topic, education debate topic. So little more leverage for you guys. Which category you want, you can decide. Technology debate topics.
Yeah, tell me.
Sorry, but Gidam.
Please give me a topic. Let me see. I'll give a try. That is all.
Any category you want?
No, you decide.
Okay. So your topic is the death penalty should be abolished.
Could you please repeat it once more?
The death penalty should be abolished.
Death
penalty. Death penalty.
Capital punishment.
Capital punishment. Yeah. Or if you want to go another topic also.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Oh, health penalty.
Okay. If you want, I'll go for another topic also.
So death penalty, not health. Death
penalty.
Death penalty.
Capital punishment, like they hang for severe punishment. Maybe we'll go for another topic. It's fine. You want to take for another topic?
Yes.
Okay. All schools should be private schools.
Okay. Thank you, Dave, for that interesting topic. All schools should be private schools. But when we talk about schools, no, it is a place where children, all of us sitting here, as well as the children who are going to that place, no, we are preparing children to set them to learn so many things. So we want a school. So whether the topic here is what I'm talking is for, whether it should be a private school. Private schools usually have so many advantages because, okay, I don't agree with the private school systems. I usually go for government schools because I have little space to talk on private schools. Being a government employee, I usually go for a debate, telling all the school teachers that giving funds to the private schools doesn't work. So we should always follow government schools. And nowadays, most of the parents should be encouraged, like sending their children to government schools, so that every child should know that there are some kind of background within each child from where they come from. When we study in a government school, no, it is not, it is, we will be able to judge and learn so many things. That is what I want.
Thank you, ma'am. Being in Kerala government, you saying go for private school really made me smile. Okay. So last speaker, Prakash. Prakash, are you ready for the last
Oh, yeah.
topic?
Yes.
Okay. I'll give you a topic. If you feel it is difficult, you can change the topic. Okay. Every citizen should be mandated to perform national public service.
Every citizen should be mandated to perform national services.
National public service.
National public services. Yeah, I definitely agree that. Imagine that people who are studying and they are not performing all these duties, and then they are claiming that we should change the system. We should, whatever the politicians are doing are not good. But are we doing our part? And if it is not mandated, no one is going to do that. We have around 100 billion people here. And imagine that even 50% of the people are encouraged to do this. How can we transform our society, India, our state? There is a huge potential. Instead of just standing there and blaming others, we have to get into that ground and do our work. And nobody is going to do that. So definitely there should be a mechanism. There should be some rules which should enforce us to do that. I mean, who said that? Why? It's our life. We have all the freedom to do whatever we want. That's how it is. That's why we are living in India, right? I mean, we can spit anywhere we want. We can do anything that we want. And just coming and asking us to do public service, oh, come on, we can't even do the work that we are supposed to do in our room, in our home, in our workplaces. And you are expecting us to work for the country, and that too by enforcing. No, that's not going to work. That should not be the case. And I would go to any extent, maybe, if there is an agitation against that, I'll definitely go and participate in that. I am too lazy to do that. Yeah, whatever it may be the point, it's not at all a good sign. But looking at that from a perspective of countries which enforce that, maybe if you look at Israel and all those countries, I strongly believe that we should have something which will, if you look at the overall growth of the country as well as fellow citizens, there are a lot of people who are struggling. And if there is a mechanism in place to do some public service, I would really go for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Prakash. Thank you for that. I really loved your energetic debate you had with yourself. The way you were communicating the second of it really looked like you are in a debate. So I think you'll have a great, make a great debate speaker. So with that, we'll come to the close of the session. Hope you all enjoyed this totally a variety.
you can
Me
have a
here.
topic.
Yes.
I think Radhika is the best person to give the topic.
Okay. Simple topic, Dev. So we think that Toastmaster helps people improve their personality. For and against.
Thank you, Radhika. Yes, Toastmaster do help to improve the personality. I'll give you 3 examples why it does so. Number 1, people who are very shy, who have so many thoughts in their mind, are having within themselves. By joining a club like us, it makes them, they also have a voice. They really can voice their opinion in any platform. By the way, the whatever good thoughts in their mind, good ideas in their mind, they are able to leverage and tell to other people. That is the advantage. Speak your voice. You got your voice. Number 2, as you all know, the world we needs leaders, and there are very few good leaders around us. And in Toastmasters, taking any role like a president or a vice president education, without hurting others, how you can make it true, travel with you for the entire 1 year, the common objective of making the you grow as well as the club grow. So the leadership in you, how you can really motivate somebody to have the best of their capacity is what you learn from Toastmaster. Number 3, no, I don't agree that Toastmaster is helping you to improve your personality. Again, let me give you an example. Even in our club, there are 23 members. They're all Toastmaster members. But do you think that all of them have improved their skills? The answer is no. Reason? Toastmaster is like how you have your marathon shoes. You want to be a good runner, but you bought your best quality shoes in your hand. But unless you take that shoes, you wear it every day, it is not going to help you. Toastmaster is not helping me if I'm not going to work into it. And Toastmaster is something, there are stupid roles like Grammarian, timer, and counter. Nobody cares what they tell. I really forgot what really they evaluated me just after the meeting. In that way, these roles, the redundant roles, which I'm going to call next after the meeting, is of no use as a speaker to me. Because when I come next day or next hour, I don't know what exactly the R counter or the grammarian has commented for me. Are we capturing anything over there? So the overall sum it up, Toastmaster is a journey. Just like as I mentioned, if you want to be a good runner, if you bought a good quality shoes with you, Toastmaster is like the good quality shoes that you have in your home. If you want to be a good runner, take the shoe and run every day. Similarly, take your Toastmaster journey and join a meeting every day. Thank you. Back to you, Radhika.
Wonderful take. Wow, Dave. You should do the educational speech in open houses about Toastmaster. Great. Back to you.
Thank you, Radhika. Thank you. So hope you all enjoyed it. Maybe I'll come to the feedback later part. So we'll go to the business meeting. So we'll call upon the role players. Then I'll give you a quick evaluation and we'll get a feedback. That's how it will be. So let me call upon the timer for the day. Timer Toastmaster Vineetha.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Thank you, Table Topics Master. So I will present the timer report for today. So for the first one is Prakash. But Prakash, unfortunately, you extended the time in both cases, 2 minutes 37 seconds and 2 minutes 40 seconds. Then we have Vishnu. For the first round, you took 2 minutes 40 seconds. Second round, 2 minutes 15 seconds. Radhika, you were on time, 2 minutes 11 seconds and 2 minutes 17 seconds. Sreejith, 2 minutes 15 seconds and 1 minute 52 seconds. Geeta, the first time you were 2 minutes 50 seconds, you exceeded. And next time it was 2 minutes 20 seconds. Dave, 2 minutes 13 seconds and 2 minutes 21 seconds. And myself, I think I was 2 minutes 16 seconds for the first round, and second round, how much was I?
2 minutes 10 seconds.
20 seconds. Okay. So that is the report. Thank you. Over to you, Dave.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vineetha. Maybe for the fun sake, I told that is a redundant role. Don't take it as a redundant role. So what is the key takeaway message for the timer role is, just want to give to everyone. Whenever in your meeting, the timer is saying that you have exceeded your time, you just think that you have taken somebody else's time. Maybe because of you, the meeting got extended and went beyond the 12:30. It means that you have taken 5 minutes of others' time just by you over speaking. Like 5 minutes, you can take it as a 500 rupees. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to take somebody's money or somebody's time. So as far as possible, we'll stick to our time and speak it. So we'll go to the next role player, our counter for today, Toastmaster Sreejith, to give the report.
Thanks, Dave. So first speaker, Dave, I could not find any usage of our. Dave used the word of the day vivid many times. Prakash used one times and repeated I many times. Geeta 3 times and 2 times. The word of the day vivid used many times. Vineetha 2 times and you know 1 time. Vishnu 3 times, you know twice. Radhika 3 times and you know 1 times. Vivid was used many times. Myself, I think I use you know many times. Back to you, Dave.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sreejith. And coming to this role, as you know, when I joined Toastmaster, we think that the whoever speaks fast are the best speaker. The answer is not like that. The answer is whoever is able to speak slow with pauses, or the one who will capture attention. So maybe as our counter mentioned, wherever you are able to use that word, instead you just be silent, which will really make you a next level of a great speaker, like what I did now. Moving on to the next role player, Grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Radhika, to present her report.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Dave, so when I was looking at the Grammarian report, Sreejith has covered the usage of word of the day and a couple of good usages also. So I will do a overall report. So variety meeting, usage of word of the day by multiple speakers, the theme itself, around emotions, anger, fear, disgusting, sad, surprise, all that had added value to the discussions we had. It was a free-flowing discussion from one topic to other. Everyone in this meeting has participated. And good usages, fear of failure, self-restraint, curiosity is what creates surprise, huge potential, all that. And the idea of turncoat, well done, Dave. For and against the idea. It is like you're talking to yourself, as many of us mentioned. Euthanasia, Vineetha made the most compelling argument for and against that topic. And I'm confused. It is very difficult for me to take one side now, whether for or against. So, and I like the way Prakash used sarcasm to bring in that, the argument very forcefully. He's saying, yeah, spit anywhere in India, we have the freedom to do that. So that was also very powerful. Overall, a lot of good usages, a lot of energy, and a lot of new learnings. Thank you very much. And back to you, Dee.
Thank you, Toastmaster Radhika. Thank you for that excellent report and feedback about the meeting as well. So coming to this role, I'm in Toastmaster 4 years. I really want to improve my grammar. That is the one part I'm facing challenge. Like as Radhika mentioned, the same thing. You can tell it in a simple way, little bit more, put it in a better way. How you put the words, how you frame the words, like how she said about curiosity is what that excitement. Like when you hear that itself, it really captures your attention. So everyone take it as an add-on, which will elevate your meal preparation in the speaking journey. So next, we have 11 minutes. I will give you an overall feedback evaluation for 2 minutes, and then we'll get a feedback from you. So the more common thing I could see is most of you are excellent speakers because we had a great thought process. That is the one thing, because even the first part where I had told about the emotion, or the second part where it is turncoat, you didn't take much time. You were able to bring your thoughts and speak on the topic, which means that most of us are having a very, very, very fast thinking skill, I would say. Because otherwise, they would have been most of the time would be silent, what to think, what to speak. But you are able to recall them and speak. That is one thing. Second thing, most of you have a proper format. They are able to bring that introduction, body, and conclusion. And maybe some are not able to bring the conclusion. Here, and I want to give some feedback. As you know, table topic is also a smaller version of speech. So you get your attention in the first 30 seconds and have that the body of the your speech into 3 category or a 2 category, where I can clearly see what is the category you are differentiating, maybe by place or by time, when I am childhood, when I am in college, when I am in profession, or with your relation with somebody else, with my wife, with my parent, with my friend. That into a category wise so that it looks like a body, and you have a conclusion. And the last 30 seconds, as soon as you with that red card, you just summarize to us what is your take on it, and then what is the takeaway that I want to listen from you as an audience. That is the one advice I would like to give. Most of us are able to do that, but little bit more refining you can do. And the best thing is almost all of you are giving an example of your personal life. That is a very good advantage. Wherever you are possible, you are able to see what happened in my life, this emotion or this situation. You are able to bring that and relate it. Adding to it, what you can do is, if you have some kind of a concept you want to tell to the audience, give an example for it along with the concept. Like one thing you are suggesting, go for this. This is what I did. Hard work is good for success, or something you are telling to the audience. Give an example how really you followed that and it made impact. Something like that. Story along with the message in that story, or its message with the example of your life. That will be an other advantage. But this is what it is. But overall, a great listening to you. I got very good messages and inspiration from all of you, especially the debate topic. Really wondered how you are going to speak on the topic and then switch to against the topic, but most of you nailed it. And we'll leave the floor for next 2 minutes for your feedback. maybe you can open up and say your feedback about both the meeting, both the category.
Dave, I would like to say that I really enjoyed the meeting. First of all, the table topics, it's a session that I really love, but you brought very good topics like the emotion. That is something that everybody can talk about. And it's good to hear about everybody's emotions, like when they felt happy, when they felt surprised. It was good. And I think it was also like you get to know a little bit, a small peek into everybody's life, a little bit about their character. That was good. And then the debate was really fun. I really enjoyed. Like I was also curious what topic I was going to get. And everybody's talking how they turned around each point. So that was really nice. So it was a good that you got such a great idea. So well done for that.
Yeah, thank you, Vineetha.
And I really like the way Vishnu tackled his topic, for and against abortion. And it was it's a fine tiptoeing through a tight rope, isn't it? And he managed it so well. Kudos to you, Vishnu.
Thank you, Radhika.
Anybody else? Any feedback? Or how you want to improve? Prakash, Vishnu, Geeta, Sreejith.
Dev, I really liked the meeting, and I felt that I think most of these points have been covered earlier also. All of the people here are good speakers. They are able to, and they also have good thought process, and they're able to look at things from different perspectives. And they're able to build stories into the message that they're trying to deliver. So all in all, I feel it's a very strong speaking group, and I feel that just the fact that a lot of us are in the technology industry, and we speak in English, and I think we do presentations and all of that. I think that also kind of contributes to the quality of some of these speeches, right? Just wanted to share that thought. Yeah, but I really enjoyed, and I think it was a good meeting, and it was also kind of thought provoking, right? All of the different speeches.
Thank you, Vishnu. Definitely, I want to use your point to market our club or about Toastmasters. It not only increase your speaking skill, the way you listen to others' thought process, it really increase your thinking skill as well. And you are able to listen to how others' perspective of life, and that really improves your thinking skill as well. So improving the thinking skills should also be a trademark in Toastmasters, I believe. Really, your take on that is very interesting. Thank you. Geeta, Prakash, you want to add anything? Sreejith, I think she's dropped.
Yeah, I think both the sessions were really different. I would say that it's one we are dealing with emotion, and maybe like Vineetha said, it was easy for kind of easy for most people to relate and bring it, but there is a personal side to it, right? You are basically opening about your personal side, and for most people, it is a little bit difficult to express that, even though it is a really simple topic. I think everyone has really done a wonderful job there, but I was really skeptical when the turn code came, and in fact, the topics were really, really a little bit on the upper level, I would say, the topics. But it was really surprising to see that everyone was really able to switch and argue the both sides. And when when that command, they got that command, they suddenly transitioned and talked about the opposing views. And this is actually a great eye-opening for everyone who is going to conduct table topics. You need to restrict yourself to some small topics. You can maybe have something worthy of debate here as table topic session. So kudos to them for bringing in such a really wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Prakash. You rightly said that we have moved to the next level. So most of us are able to handle tough topics. we have to take to that level as well. Thank you for that. Yeah, I think we have Geeta, madam, you want to add something?
Yes, for me, this is a learning process, and I would say that the switch process from for to against no, this should be encouraged, because we on the spot, if you are given a topic like this, you have to suddenly take decision and you have to speak. So our capabilities will be improved like this. If this activity is going to be continuous. Thank you, Dave, for giving me an opportunity like this. Thank you.
Thank you, Geeta. Oh, thank you, ma'am. So we have 3 more minutes. I don't want to take your time. Well,
Yes.
give the control back to Prakash. Before that, one takeaway message clearly. I always take something from the meeting. So this meeting, as Vineetha mentioned, everyone has fear in one way or the other. So if you have that fear, you do that. So once you do the first time, you'll somehow overcome the fear. Do that first time, jump onto it, you'll overcome the fear. Key takeaway message for me. Thank you. Back to you, Prakash, to close the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dev, for conducting such a wonderful meeting. And I'm sure everyone enjoyed the meeting just as I have enjoyed that. Yeah, I think we have already covered everything that we wanted to talk about. But do we have anything else to speak? No. We have the division contest on 29th April. I think it's going to be somewhere in Trivandrum or Kollam, hopefully. So it's a great opportunity to participate in that. Most probably it will be a hybrid meeting, I guess. And after that, we will have our district contest during May, 3 days event, which will be in Kochi this time.
Prakash, this division contest, who can participate? Who the winners of the previous levels?
Yeah, winners of area contest will participate in that.
Okay.
So it's
Not
levels.
for us, right? I mean, not for those who haven't participated, right?
Yes. So it's for the winners from area contest. They will participate in division. Then division winners will move to district.
If you want to still speak onto the meeting, there is an option to be a role taker, like a MC role or a contester or a contest master role, where you'll be anchoring the contest. So that also will be a good experience. So if you have interest onto it, you can tell Prakash. They can get a slot for any of them if it is available.
Okay. I'll think about that.
Yeah, please let me know. But since it's a division contest, the chances are very minimal because there are a lot of clubs.
I'll do it another time. I'll first go for a contest, and because I don't have experience in this.
No, you can. No, you can take roles. Okay, I think we will have the topic.
Yeah. Okay.
Closing the meeting.
But it is hybrid, right?
Yes, most probably yes.
Okay.
Will be
so
hybrid.
If it is hybrid, then they would want the MC and all that on stage.
Yes.
Probably. And then just wondering, that could be a possibility. Okay. But it's a great opportunity. Please let us know.
Yeah. So with this, let us officially conclude this meeting. Thank you all once again. Thank you.
Thanks, Prakash.